We're in the void, light warriors. The void of creation. The Schumann resonance is blacked out. No data. Creation is done in the void. And as we go through the second half of March, we're going to be anchoring in the new timeline and making our way to the new earth. Hello everyone, I am Michael and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. The void of creation. Creation is done in the void, and that is represented by the Schumann resonance. And we're in a blackout. No data. And it's time for us to anchor in the reality that we want to experience. March 17th, we have Purim, we have St. Patrick's Day, we have a lot of things, but we're entering a massive shift. And this is the month that it's all going to be anchored in. And as we're going through this second half of March, we enter it with the void in the Schumann resonance. And this happens several times. It's been happening many times since 2020. A lot of activity. And you know, we've been through lows. There hasn't been not much periods of spikes, not many blackouts, but we're in a blackout. And there's been a lot of synchronicities. I've been sharing with you for a while that this is the month, light warriors, the month to anchor in your reality. Might not be someone else's reality, but it's time through free will to anchor in your reality. And we're in the void of the Schumann resonance right now. No data. So you become the creator right now. You put out the frequency. We're going through this portal, right? This void, this blackout. And when we come out, we're going to be on a new trajectory. The timelines are always shifting and splitting. But now that we're conscious and aware of this via the Schumann resonance, we have to put our intent into it. Put your intent into it. It's not my intent. It's not the false idol's intent either, dear ones. It's about you right now. So now that we're in the void of creation, we're going to come out the other side and start to go full speed ahead to the new earth. And we've been doing this all month long, light warriors. And there's so many synchronicities, right? We've been sharing about this month, make it through March. We've seen the solar flares, we've seen the CMEs, and now we're seeing the blackout in the Schumann resonance. Now it's time to back it up with radical action. Are you making shifts personally in your everyday life to manage the storm that we're all going through? We have to start switching it up. You know, it could be switching up our jobs, switching up our relationships, switching up how we go towards our future, switching up our locations, light warriors. Uncle Mike takes you back to the beach, right? We're back in the higher vibrations, light warriors. But just like these waves, they're coming in. There's waves from our central sun. The galaxy is sending us waves of energy. It's knocking out the Schumann resonance, light warriors. We're blacked out. We're in the blackout, but we're going to stay grounded. And that's why Uncle Mike takes you out to the front line. We see the waves. We can see the storm. Back there, you see the storm. You can see where the rain's coming down. Look at it. We can see the light. We can see it all, light warriors. But you want to stay focused during this time period. So it's not enough just to know. You need to apply these things to your everyday life. Oh, you know it. Well, guess what? God, it's free will. Will you sit there? Will you sit there on the couch? Will you sit there in that cubicle for that job that no longer serves your greatest purpose, that requires you to do things against your God-given free will? It's time to stand up. We're standing up now. We're riding the waves in. So have the consciousness to know that you could start creating the reality that you want to experience right now. Use these energies, the luck of the Irish, Purim. There's many things all lined up as we go through this blackout. March 17th, it's time to shift to the new earth. What will you do to help make the shift? Because, you know, it's vibrational synchronization and all, but I can't do it for you. Joe Schmo can't do it for you. Mary Jane can't do it for you. False idols can't do it for you. They definitely can't do it for you, light warriors. You have to have the inexhaustible belief in yourself. So we know all I can do is light the way. And we know that the Schumann resonance is showing us the blackout. It's the void of creation. And we're teaching, we're learning. Creation is done in the void. That's why for 3 years we're sharing about isolation. Sometimes you're alone. And when you're alone, it can be the most beautiful thing, light warriors. The most beautiful thing when you're separate from all of the external. Nikola Tesla said, be alone. That's where ideas are born. No big laboratory is needed in which to think. Originality thrives in seclusion, free from distraction, beating down on the mind of creation. Tesla knew a lot, and we're out here amongst the waves in this energy to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. The birds are here as well. So think of what is most important to you. Is it your job? Is it your relationship? Is it your living circumstances? Is it everything? Do you just have to take everything and just throw it all out and just keep going? We basically all might have to do it. We had subconscious programs, and our old life is no longer serving us. So we're riding the waves. Take it in. We're riding all the waves right now. This is what we need to do to make the shift to the new earth. So we're in the void, and there's so much opportunity in the vastness. Look at all the emptiness that's out there. Just waves and just energy, right? But think about when everything's on top of each other. Think about when you're shoved in that cubicle, right? Think about our poor children, right? Always think about our children. I never forget our children, how they're all shove them all together, right? And think about mental health awareness. We got to get our brothers and sisters. We got to get our children out of the box and back into nature. And this is our teacher. See, right on cue. There it goes, light warriors. See, they hear me. Oh yes, light warriors. So we need to disconnect. And when we think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, we take back control of our everyday lives. What will you do? What will you do, light warriors? It's all about to collapse, so why don't you just be preemptive? You know, it's the 3D to 5D. And some people, they're looking at certain things. They say, oh, the world is ending. And then other people are saying, yeah, the old is ending. And now we're getting in tune to start our new life on the new earth. So a lot of storms that are brewing, a lot of energy, right? When you have a massive storm, massive lightning storm, thunderstorm, right? There's a lot of energy. Causes a lot of shifts. So think about all the shifts that you can accomplish with all the energy that's out in the void. That's the void. It's all out there. It's all out there. And it's there for the taking. It's for the people. And it's time to take control of the reality that you want to experience. Grab it now. This is the second half of March. It's the most important month for our everyday lives. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. It's true. We're all growing, and we're growing right now. We're taking in the waves, taking in light warriors, all that energy out there, all the energy. It's time to take it all in, and you're going to transmute it all. You're going to create the reality that you want to experience. Would you believe it? This whole time, you could have just tuned into a frequency and create the reality that you always wanted. Doesn't happen overnight. Maybe sometimes it happens overnight, but it happens in shifts. And I know many of you have been on the journey. Many of you are dealing with a lot of hardships right now, but we're shifting, and we're going to be picking up the pace. And sometimes the pace, it's a lot for us, right? It's a lot for us that have been on the journey. Say, oh, what's going on right now? We have to let go of so much, but in the void of creation, there's so much more for us to gain, to create the reality that we want to experience. Remember, we cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious of the blackout, the void of creation. It's time. It's Purim. It's St. Patrick's Day. All the saints are here. That's right, light warriors. All of our brothers and sisters are here, and the 144,000 are here. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the 5th dimension. Have a wonderful day living your everyday life. Feels so good. Feels so good to be on the ocean. You know, we've been having our nice spot, but you know, the weather's been a little crazy. It was even crazy before. I really wanted to get here today, and we made it, light warriors. But a storm, it blew through. And that's what's happening right now. Storms are blowing through, and you'll be surprised. The fast storm, it clears it all out. You have a big void, and guess what? The meek shall inherit the earth. It's true. Let us know in the comments what you will do as we make it through this blackout, this void of creation, to help anchor in. That's what we're doing right now. We're anchoring it in, light warriors. You have to catch the feeling, embrace the feeling, and then make it part of your everyday life experience. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the light. That's what it is. It's Schumann time. It's Schumann time. Keep sharing. Keep sharing this channel. We're getting out there. Hashtag Schumann residents. Oh yeah. Remember? And now, it's about to be one of the biggest shows on Earth. And so it is.